Hola and welcome back to the Cam Watch YouTube channel. Yes, that's right, you are back to watch more content and my beautiful face. Anyway, let's get into this video right now where we are going to discuss the Premier League and my prediction of what the table is going to look like at the end of the season. So I believe that this team is going to be rock bottom of the Premier League come May next year, and that is Cardiff. Now Cardiff, they've made a few signings, right? But all coming from the Championship. Obviously, they've signed Bobby Reid, who I think is a very good signing for them. But when you get promoted, you want to see your club signing players who are obviously Premier League proven or at least talented enough for the Premier League. And Bobby Reid, brilliant goal scorer, but is that enough to keep them up? I don't think so. If you look at like the other promoted teams in the Premier League, you've got Fulham and Wolves, and they've been doing bits this transfer window, and we'll get into that a bit later. But obviously Cardiff aren't just doing that, and I think because of that, they'll struggle this season. Hence why they are last. I'm so sorry if you're a Cardiff City fan, but that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. So coming in the second relegated spot, it is sad. It's going to be a sad day for Southampton fans, isn't it? I believe that Southampton are going to get relegated this season. They've sold Tadic to Ajax. They finally used that Van Dijk money though and replaced him with a signing called Vestergaard. He's come from Mönchengladbach, but that's not really what you need. Like, if you're selling Tadic, you need to sign another attacking midfielder who's going to score the goals, who's going to create chances for Southampton. I don't think they've got that in the squad. They just offload so many players to Liverpool, so many players to other teams in the Premier League. Imagine if they kept all those players that they've signed, but they haven't, so it doesn't matter. There's no point in talking about it. So obviously they didn't have a great season in their last campaign last year. They came 17th, and I think they're going to struggle again, and it won't shock me if they do. But if they don't, you know, maybe I will be shocked. I'll be like, well played Southampton, well played. But for me, they're getting relegated. So coming in 18th position, you know, you're going to get relegated, but you've had an okay-ish season. You probably haven't, but that's why you're getting relegated. I think it's going to be Brighton. Now, it was between Brighton and Huddersfield for me. I've put Huddersfield 17th just because I believe in Wagner a bit better. I also think that Aaron Moy is a good centre mid for them, you know. But Brighton have improved their squad. They've signed Jahanbakhsh, They've signed him from the Eredivisie. I've done a little bit of research. He scored 21 goals last season in 31 games in the league. I mean, that's pretty decent, but who knows whether he's going to bring that form into the Premier League. You can't compare the both leagues. They're completely different. But anyway, they've also improved their defence by signing Leipzig left-back Bernardo, and they've added a new centre-mid in Bissouma from Lille. So, you know, maybe they'll come 17th, Huddersfield will come 18th, but I've chosen Huddersfield just because I believe in the manager a bit better. I think he knows how to set up your team. Moving into Huddersfield then in 17th, they've signed some decent players as well. The likes of Eric Durm from Dortmund. He'll be a defender that'll help keep them up. They've also signed Diakabi from Monaco. He's a centre forward. Didn't have the best of seasons in Ligue 1, but I think maybe with the service that Aaron Moy will provide him, he might be able to finish a few more and get that tally rising. I think Bournemouth come 16th, Palace 15th, and Watford 14th. I think they'll all have like decent seasons, nothing spectacular and nothing too great. Coming in at 13, then you've got Burnley. Burnley had a great season, Sean Dyche's men. Brilliant season last season, obviously got Europa League qualifications. Now, just quite simply this season, I don't think they have the squad depth to deal with both the Premier League, the Europa League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, etc, etc. There's a lot of fixtures there, and they're not used to the extra Europa League games and obviously the travelling and stuff. But good luck to them. I just think they're going to come 13th. I don't think they're going to do a top 10 finish again. Anyway, coming in at number 12, we have Fulham. Now, these are my surprise package for this season. Fulham, I think, will surprise some people, you know, especially after their signings that they've made. Like the likes of Seri in midfield is a class signing for them. Last season, he made 2.1 key passes on average per game and assisted 5 times, scoring twice. Now, if he continues that amount of key passes, I think he'll create chances for them. And the more chances he creates, the more likely Schürrle, Mitrovic. But if he's feeding them, you know, I think there's a lot of goals from this Fulham team. Not to mention the likes of Tom Kearney, Ryan Sessegnon. I don't think they're going to struggle, but I don't think they're going to do amazing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they finished like a couple positions below, but for me, I'm going to put them 12. So coming in at number 11, we have Newcastle. Now, Newcastle have 50,000 Geordies every week in, week out, when they're playing at home at St James's Park, supporting them. But I still think that 50,000 Geordies may be a little bit upset because they're going to finish 11th in my eyes. You know, I think they're going to keep Rafa Benitez, which is a good sign. If they don't keep him, they'll probably drop down the league quite a lot. But I think they'll do all right this season. You know, I think they need to sign a striker though. especially with Mitrovic on the way out. Coming in at number 10, we have Wolves. Wolves have gone mad in this transfer window. They've signed Rui Patricio from Sporting, Jimenez on loan from Benfica, Diego Jota from Atletico. They have strengthened massively, but I think that they are being hyped up a lot, like too much, and I don't believe in their hype. You might, but I don't, and that's why I put them mid-table. I think they're not going to push for Europa League, and I think they're going to fit comfortably mid-table. I don't think they're going to struggle at all, and that is why they're finishing 10th. So at number 9, we have West Ham. I think West Ham will have a good season and a better finish than last season anyway, with some great signs like Felipe Anderson, Jack Wilshere, Yarmolenko, and obviously they've kept their main man in Arnautovic, you know. I just think they're going to have a decent season. I don't think they're going to get Europa League, but I don't think they're going to struggle at all. I think they're going to better Wolves because they're already Premier League proven quality. And yeah, that's why I put them number 9. So at number 8, we've got Everton, and number 7, we've got Leicester. I just think they're going to have their like bang average seasons again, and that's where they finish in my eyes. Coming in at number 6, this is what you want to know. Spurs are my 6th place finish. Obviously, they have quality in their squad, the likes of Harry Kane, Son, Eriksen, Dele Alli. You know, they've got decent players and more, but you constantly have to keep improving in the Premier League, especially in this era. You know, City have improved, United have improved, Chelsea have improved, Arsenal have improved. They've all made signings. Spurs have signed no one. They haven't even sold anyone. They've literally stayed the same. And the only rumour that's been going around is Jack Grealish to Spurs. That's not an improvement. That's Jack Grealish. Like, he's a sick player, but he's not the talent you need now. He's got potential. You need to nurture him. So yeah, that's why I think they're going to slip out of the top 5 and just finish 6th. So going into the top 5, then we've got United. They're going to be my 5th place finish. They're going to get Europa League. Something currently seems too toxic at United. Jose Mourinho with the negative press conferences, the fans on social media. I just think they might fall out of the top 4 and become like an Arsenal of last season, this season, just with all the negativity around the club. I think there's too much of it. That's going to affect the players on the pitch, their morale. But I think if you flip it, you've got to look at the positivity. Pogba, Lukaku, they're coming back from a brilliant World Cup, very impressive. You've got Sanchez in pre-season looking quite sharp, along with the signing of Fred. Now Fred's going to play in that midfield 3 I think Mourinho's going to play. I think it's going to be him, Pogba and Lingard. So they will be able to do bits. It's whether the fans are going to get on the club's back or not. You know, it's just too toxic for me. But I think if they sign a centre-back and the fans are a bit happier now that they've signed, like, you know, Alderweireld, Maguire, whoever they're going to sign, they may hit top 4 as it might get a bit more positive. But for me, United are finishing 5th. Coming in at number 4, we've got Arsenal. Now Arsenal have a new manager in Unai Emery, a new voice in the dressing room, a brand new style. Get out Arsene Wenger, he's gone. No more toxic energy in the club, no more DT rants, no more fun Arsenal TV. Maybe for the first 5 games and then they'll go awful again, but who knows. They've strengthened the squad, that's what you need to do. Bernd Leno comes in goal. You've got Socrates coming in to shore up that shaky defence. Then you've also got Lucas Torreira that's come from Sampdoria in Serie A. You know, 3 tackles on average per game, 2 interceptions. He's going to sit in front of that back 4 and just offer them the protection that they need and they've been wanting for the last 3 years, basically. That's why they're number 4. Thank you. So in 3rd position, I'm going to go with my beloved Chelsea. I do want us to come first. I think we might come first, but let's be realistic here. I'm getting away with the fairies. Chelsea will probably come 3rd in my eyes. We've got a new manager in Sarri. He plays nice attacking football, a change of formation from the 3-4-3 to the 4-3-3 is likely. I think if we keep Hazard and Kante, I'm sure this system will benefit both of those. You know, Hazard playing in the front 3, maybe get a few more goals than he did last season. And then Kante in a midfield 3, I think he's going to shine. He already shines bright like a diamond, but you know, he's going to shine bright like an even bigger one. We've already signed 2 class players, you know, Jorginho in the midfield, and obviously the big one that everyone's raving about, Robert Green in goal. You know, he's going to be a great player for us. I think Pickford's going to join. I think Courtois is on his way out. Morata is looking decent in pre-season, but there's rumours that he doesn't really want to stay, and there's rumours that we don't want him. So we'll see when it comes. August 9th, I think, is the end of the transfer window, so we'll see. Coming in at 2nd, we have Liverpool. Now, Liverpool signed Alisson, who was arguably the best goalkeeper in the Champions League last year. Improved their midfield with the signing of Fabinho and Naby Keita, whilst also signing likes of Shaqiri, like, just to add a bit more depth in that front 3, because they'll be in a lot of games, you know, all the cups in the Champions League. And if they go that far into the Champions League again, they'll need that rotation in the league. And obviously, if you saw his bicycle kick against United in the pre-season friendly, you can see what the guy's about. They've improved basically everything that was questionable about them last season, and I think they're in for a great season under Klopp, but I just think Does he have the bottle to take them to the next level? Because he hasn't won anything with them yet. Obviously, he's a brilliant manager, and what he did at the Dortmund side was amazing, but he hasn't done anything for Liverpool yet. He's took them to the Champions League final, and that was amazing, but I think he needs to cap it off with a trophy of some sort this season, or it's just a failure in my eyes. Coming in at number 1, then we've got Manchester City now. They've signed Mahrez, gives them more depth in the attacking positions. You know, they've got a strong squad already, and they've also got Pep Guardiola, probably the best manager in world football at the moment, and he'll be looking to retain his winners' medal, make it 2 in a row. That was my Premier League prediction, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you know, otherwise you've got diabetes, like myself. It's unfortunate, but you've got it if you haven't subscribed. Like the goddamn video, and I'll see you next time. Adios, amigos! See ya. Adios, amigo. So coming in at number 9, we've got West. That's so poor. I was like, so coming in at number 9, we have the Hammers.